Just home CG and this is Rejected Incognito Mode. This is another internet student video, I guess. He just posted 14 hours ago. Yeah, so Rejected. I don't know what this topic's gonna be. This is obviously in the field type of video. That's what he does in this channel. He's gonna talk about with some of his friends, Sumit or something, right? That's what he usually does. But yeah, Rejected. I don't know what rejected what. I don't know what specific topics this is gonna be about. But yeah, it's always fun when internet student uploads in the field video, because he just takes a topic and just gives his take, right? Yeah. All the things internet student has done, like in his original channel, Fall of 76, all the Anchoring of No Man's Skies, Coast of Concordia. So every time you see something like that, you always have like, he's really brilliant. I wonder what his take on in this thing, certain thing. So I like he does videos like this. More creators should do something like this. Secondary channel, they just talk about topics. It's always fun to see their take, like what do they think about certain topic. So let's do it.
Brought to you by HelloFresh. Rejected. Rejected. What is rejected? What's that? You said a swear. Rejected. Unfunny joke. Rejected. Oh, I bet you thought that anecdote was pretty funny. Would be a shame if someone slipped it into the rejected folder. You're rejecting me? Me? Do you have any idea who I am? Because I don't. Please help. Will you be my mom? What if we kissed in the rejected clips and I never posted it? Oh no. All this and more on this episode of In the...
Okay, I'll say
if someone was to hire someone to kill their wife, what would you call that?
Very ungentlemanly move. If you're going to kill your wife, you should do it yourself.
Yeah, that's what I always say. I'm pretty sure that you would instantly get put on a list.
For murdering your wife? Yeah, I'd have thought so.
Well, no. So if you look up like how to make a bomb, I reckon you might not necessarily be put on a list, because I think there are so many people that just want to know.
Yeah.
And also there's so many reasons that you'd want to know that information. Not to practically do it, but like, okay, so Smarter Every Day might be looking up how to make a bomb.
I've definitely Googled it before. Yeah. Definitely.
But if you looked up murder for hire, I'm pretty sure you would instantly get put on a list for that one.
Probably. The best way to cover that would be to make a video game called Murder for Hire.
Oh yeah, not bad.
It's like when someone types in Hitman, it's like a load of Hitman playthroughs.
I wonder how much...
By the way, there's Timothy Olyphant's Hitman, right? I think that was the first Hitman movie that they made, right? Wait a minute, was it there or was it the second one with the other guy? I don't exactly remember. I love how he just jumps off the balcony, goes into another room, and kids are playing the game Hitman, which is like, breaking the fourth wall type of shit, but it's always awesome. So, like he said, like if you search certain things on Google, people are always afraid they're going to be put on a list. But there are two sides to that. Since the internet, browsing has gone so ridiculously high, and people are curious about literally anything, doesn't matter what you search, you're not going to be put on a list. But the other side of that is everybody's on the list for everything, since data is that way accessible. There's probably a server for literally everyone that search everything, right? But it doesn't matter, people say your data's privacy, this and that, that's all bullshit. So certain government agency always have certain data on certain people, not all people, like what they kind of search. So whenever they want to find something, they just check for keywords, like how many people have searched for this keyword, and they'll just pop up everyone, right? And they'll probably narrow the search based on their criteria. So nobody's on the list, but everybody's on the list.
Much damage we could do by just instructing everybody, all right, go out now and look up this search term just to fuck with the NSA.
How to make pipe bomb. Yeah. Just watch it jump up in the Google Analytics.
It's trending, boys. They should make another version of Hitman that's called like Craigslist Hitman. You have to meet some dude in a parking lot. They might pay you $500. You take the cash and then you've got like a tire iron or something, and you've got to kill someone's wife, and it's not like super cool or whatever.
You gotta like dispose of the body. You gotta get like a hacksaw, a load of chemicals from like 3 different Home Depots.
It's just all the unsexy parts of a murder file.
Like Jesse from Breaking Bad, right? All the background music is playing Breaking Bad, and there you go.
Actually, I like this bleak Craigslist hitman.
And he just feels bad after every job, and then he goes home and then he drinks and he's like, oh great, I bought a bottle of bourbon. Now I've only got $470 left. Oh, countdown till I have to do the next job. How do you fly, by the way?
Well, I'm 6'8". My
Yeah, I don't know why that's like a hitman that is depressed by his job, but he always has to do it for money. So always count down his beginning. When do I run out of money so I have to do the next job? I mean, that could be a concept, but it's a very depressing one.
method is I will arrive at the airport early and I don't use the self-serve machine. I go straight to the desk. They look at me and they see my legs and they go, "This poor man," and then they give me emergency exit row for free.
Oh. Here's an observation I've noticed about tall people. You tend to hang out together. You meet a tall person, their best friend tends to be a tall person too. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'll tell you what I think.
By the way, I don't want to pause too much, but internet student does these things jokingly, where he uses stock footage photos with the actual watermark on it, LMA and whatever that was, right? There was a case just recently where an AI kind of used certain Getty images or something from, images from them and just blurred it out, and they actually sued the company for it. So I'm not saying that, these companies are going to sue internet student, but the more and more bigger he gets, and the more video has this kind of a water image marks, they could basically cause issue, let's just say. And internet student cannot just edit all of these clips out. So I don't know, he does that jokingly, but who knows what's going to happen in the future.
Think it could be if I am talking to a girl who's like not tiny, but like short girl height, say 5'3". If I'm walking down the street with her and we're having a conversation, literally cannot hear her because she's too far away.
Oh, no way.
Well, imagine if you were walking down a busy street, but you were standing, 2 feet apart.
Yes.
Instead of walking next to each other. You could hear, but you wouldn't be able to hear words.
She must also be outside of your peripheral vision.
Yes.
So you wouldn't know, oh shit, she's still there.
Yeah, so sometimes I'll just lose it.
Oh, that's so funny. I never would have thought of that.
Sometimes you just lose track of short girls. First girl I had sex with, she was 5'1". I came and found out she'd left 20 minutes ago.
Are there any other things with being really tall that you just sort of wouldn't ever notice or think about?
What is pretty
Seriously, man, imagine that 1.5 feet, 1.5 feet. That's what the difference would be if it's 6'8" and she's 5.3, right? So just imagine somebody just standing 1.5 to 2 feet away. That would feel vertically to him. That's just fucking ridiculous. I never thought of it, but yeah, it would be like that. Oh, speak louder, I can't hear you. And 5.3, lots of women kind of, fall in that criteria. Because I was surprised how many, even in YouTube and everywhere, even in TV, you see certain actresses, how many of them 5'4", 5'3". So, damn, 6'8", that's tall.
funny is I'll be walking down the street and I'll see a freakishly tall guy.
Right.
And because our heads are floating above a sea of heads, we make this really awkward eye contact from 20 meters away.
Do you nod? Give a knowing nod?
But what I'll do, I'll see a really, really tall guy, someone who's bigger than me, and I'll go, man, what a freak. That guy's life must be hell. He looks weird. He doesn't fit in normal scenarios. And then we'll pass each other on the street, and I'll notice that I'm taller than him. And I'll go, that's what I look like, but worse. Yeah. Another thing is women think that I'm a lot more attractive than I actually am.
Right.
I used to do this thing when I was single. I would love meeting girls when I was sitting down, right?
Oh.
I would talk to these girls, you flirt a little bit, whatever. It's not really going anywhere, or maybe it is going somewhere. And then I would stand up and go and get a drink. When you watch their head go from making eye contact with you to just looking up at the roof, something changes.
No way.
Yeah. It's like a cheat code.
Do you remember those prank channels where there would be that guy?
Yeah, I mean, look, tall people just automatically is, more attractive in a way, right? It applies to everything. Even in women, I mean, people are more attracted to models. Why? Because they're close to 6 feet. I mean, that applies, man.
And he's trying to get some girl's number, and then, she rejects him, and then he jumps in the sports car. And he's too late.
That's exactly what I do, but I just use my own legs.
Just make the vroom vroom sound with your own mouth, yeah.
People go, oh man, this guy's so handsome. I sit back down and the spell breaks. What the fuck is his 6 doing talking to me?
I'm going to be a customer. You're going to be the Adobe salesman.
I will remind you that I have 6
Oh yeah, I'm like, what the fuck is this? But it's Adobe, Marcus. Yeah, man. And didn't they remove the colors? I think they removed the colors. It's not like, I don't know. But seriously, man, it's just those videos, right? I'm like, oh, look at my Ferrari, and just like see, just like, I mean, nobody's as serious. Those most videos are fake. Let's be honest. Those gold digger video, this and that, right? She rejects him first, and suddenly sees a Ferrari. Like, oh, I'm coming here. I mean, even she would be like, okay, I shit the bed, right? I just rejected him now. I'm not just gonna walk up to him this second. I mean, it could happen, but 90% of the time it would not happen. So those videos are clearly doctored in that way. That's always funny.
years in this professionally, but sure, go for it. Let's do this role play.
So, hello.
I'm on break.
all right. No, you know what?
That's his
I want to
thing,
be a
isn't it?
star. I want to be an Instagram star.
Okay.
How do I Photoshop my tits to be bigger? And I want to put someone else's face on my face.
Sounds good.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds like you probably do want Photoshop. Free software is not going to take you there. I will warn you that there's only one way to really buy it if you don't want to
Guarda
pay for it
in India.
monthly, and that's to just straight up buy Photoshop.
Right.
All the support in the world, 15 years industry-leading software.
Wow.
Anything you could possibly think of, you can do with this, and there will be a tutorial on YouTube to show you how to do it simply.
That sounds amazing.
Awesome.
How much?
$2,500.
That is ridiculous.
You pay for it once, you can install it on 10 different
I'm
devices.
turning 360 degrees, and I am walking. Anyway,
You can also pay $30 a month and have
you-
everything that Adobe has ever made.
that is outrageous. Do you work for Adobe? Is that what this is? How much commission do you get on that sale?
I don't even work here, lady. We're in line at the bathroom. I'm just a kid. Do you see a name tag on me?
That is a baffling amount of money for some zeros and some ones. Would you give me a discount? How much can you discount me from 2,500?
I understand thinking that's a lot of money as somebody who doesn't work in the industry and has no idea how much these things cost.
Well, I think it is a lot of money. It is a lot of money. I could buy a used Toyota for that.
You could.
drive it through the front door of Adobe.
It's a tool of the trade.
Do you know how many kids in Africa I could save with that sort of money?
I'm sorry, remind me again what you were spending your time doing with this Photoshop software? You were making your tits bigger for Instagram likes?
I want to speak to your manager.
Feel free. He also is not Jonathan Adobe.
What the fuck?
Oh, but seriously, Sumito's first instinct, like, excuse me, I'm on a break. Like, he does that in lots of videos. That's his like, trend. Always back, impromptu back and forth between Sumito and Inter story is always fucking awesome. And seriously, man, I love this. See, this is realistic in a way. You see scenarios like that a lot. You go, walk up to a person, he just explains everything. Do you work here? No, I don't work here. I just know this. Like, people take pride in explaining something technical. It's like, it's like something awesome you're doing or something. You work here? No, I don't work in this shop.
My tits look terrible at the moment. I gotta. You know what? I'm just gonna go get the surgery. Bad bye. Mom, I heard this scary story that there's nothing good to eat in the fridge. What about the pantry? Empty. Those are just rumors, fresh boy. I'll finish your ramen and go to sleep. What's wrong, boy? Don't you like the microwave spaghetti?
We heard about your problem. There's only one man who can help you. This looks like the place. There's a link. You made a New Year's resolution to start getting in shape, but you've been eating nothing but trash.
I can fix this, but we're gonna have to get you a deal for 65% off,
Plus free shipping. And then I have to do this incantation ritual. But I warn you, it's gonna save time and save money. Stand back. I'm not a professional chef, but this is gonna be a restaurant quality meal.
How long will it take?
I can have it done in 20 minutes.
Or in some cases, even sooner, depending on the meal. Get meals delivered right to your door with pre-measured ingredients. Go to HelloFresh.com and use code IncognitoMode65 to get 65% off, plus free shipping.
The kitchen environment
Not gonna lie, of all the ads that he does,
is very
wait a
different.
minute, yeah, of all the ads he does, that was like, he let them off the hook for some reason. He was, HelloFresh is like, we're good. He didn't make fun of us or anything.
In a gastronomic kitchen, I think
Gastronomic
many people
kitchen?
don't realise this. A bit like an orchestra.
It is not like it. Fuck off. A kitchen is much like an orchestra. I mean, look, he's doing cool stuff. You can't deny that. But just, all right, calm down, Eston.
Just do cool shit. Don't add wank to it.
Yes, exactly.
What we do is like an orchestra in Premiere.
It's like the universe, innit? And everything is galaxy, but all the flavors come together as the planets, and we are all stardust.
I look at the dessert menu as a...
Yeah, man, this, pretentious bullshit that they do always. I try to take too much deep meaning, philosophical meaning into it. Giving examples of shit like he said, universe and orchestra. It's shut the fuck up. What's he talking about? Even the people who just recording the interview, like, what the fuck are they talking about?
collection. Each dessert should offer something.
Go on. Say something about, like, you know, I think of it as the deep ocean. The fruit are the fish, and the plankton are the coconut seasoning. I think they're almost onto something, but they haven't actually figured it out. Pretension doesn't work. What they really are supposed to be doing is constructing a story. That's what people want. You know, you go to a restaurant and you want to tell people about it, and you want to be able to say some anecdote.
Yeah.
So you say, like, well, this particular pineapple, right, it was bred in this region of such and such.
Yeah.
But the problem with it is you can't bring it back to here because of the, you know, the customs duties or whatever. So instead it was snuck in through such and such, and then you create all this story around it, and that's what makes it interesting. But instead they go like the postmodern art route, which is like, oh, well, you know, this piece of onion represents my sadness. And you get, shut up.
Because I cried while I cut it. Oh, this guy's a Minecraft head, by the way.
Wow, that is very...
You know, sometimes you can go too Chad.
As things die and fall, because everything dies and falls in winter, it builds layers on the ground. Right?
Shut up.
All that's left on the ground are like seeds and twigs, and it's all very dark. You know, nothing's fresh on the dish.
I mean, like, it looks good, but...
Yeah. It's an interesting idea, but there's a lot of like, all right, just maybe pack it in a little bit.
And from that point, we start exploring seaweed.
We start exploring the sea.
See, the problem with all this is that people who know how to make food doesn't necessarily mean they know how to experience food, right? Like the taste of it. We just assume that people who make the food are the one who experience the food the best way they can. Not necessarily. They know how to make food. They're great at that, but doesn't mean they can, you know, taste and have their you know, to taste you know, sensors just be at that level. There are people who love eating food, right? Who can, you know, describe you what they feel when they eat certain type of food. If you take, you know, if you ask them like what you think about them, they'll try to explain it to you how it feels. While the people who make food, right, they try to find always deep meaning, some pretentious thing, right? Like layers of this, onion, galaxy, this and that, because they're trying to find the words they want to explain, but they really can't. That's the problem.
Seaweed. Shut up.
No, sir, you eat it.
And this time of year, seaweed's awesome. The water's colder. The seaweed's really light.
Oh, I thought that was saffron. I thought he was just like dunking the shit out of a kilo of saffron.
That'd be like $6,000 worth of saffron.
Seriously.
Grab a big handful of it, or a pretty moderate handful. Just pump.
Holy fuck.
It's been buzzing how it changes from like changes
Wow,
color.
look at that.
I think once you get a couple courses in, you get comfortable. And when
You get comfortable.
But wait, here's again, Tay's going to mix it up.
this doesn't really make sense.
Mmm.
Cool.
Sludge.
Basically crushed it
But
up.
wait, it gets better.
So it looks like a spoonful of dirt.
They put dust on it.
Yeah, no, it does look like a spoonful of dirt.
You know, little things like that that gets diners re-engaging with each other.
Shall we re-engage?
Look, I just want to take my wife that I hate to a $400 restaurant and not talk to her. Thank you very much, sir.
Yeah, I'm going to need you to print another receipt. I ate the bill.
This is so good, man. Seriously, I want next chef to just say, what do you want to say about it? It's food, it's good, because I made it and I fucking ate it. What you talking about? You want me to describe the food now?
All right, the Philosopher's Stone.
Nice. Philosopher's Stone.
Capable of turning base metals such as mercury into gold.
Good.
It is also called the elixir of life.
I think it's supposed to make you smart, isn't it?
Immortal, I think.
Immortal? This stone does it all. I like it.
This Philosopher's Stone starting to grow on me.
I'll take one, please. I was just wondering, how much is this cool-looking ancient stone?
It's me, Philosopher's Stone, eh? Oh, one of a kind. Not going to find anything like it here in the old marketplace.
Is this the same philosopher's...
He looks behind him, there's bags and bags of it, and just try to hide it. You will not find another one.
Stone that will be able to grant me the ability to turn things into gold and give me eternal life.
Listen, how much mercury have you got at home?
Oh, loads, as every British man does.
Would you prefer to have a load of old gold instead?
Yeah.
Because I can make this happen.
I love gold.
Anyway, £2.
£2. It's pretty good. I did see some expired camera film and an assortment of Barbie doll heads.
All right, £1.50.
£1.50 for eternal life and as much gold as I can drink. £1.20.
£1.20? You're having a laugh.
You're having me on, mate.
Does anyone own it? And then go...
He's like, I just have $2. I could buy this. If I had a few dollars more, I would buy some porn subscription. But I don't have that, so I guess I'll buy this eternal life.
On like a misadventure, or is it just one of those things that, oh wow, I really read that as something else. I was kind of, wait, what's this?
Does the Philosopher's Stone only work when you put it up your butt?
It's a suppository. If you don't want to die, you just gotta hold it up there the whole time.
I've been clenching for over 1,000 years, but it's worth it, because now I've lived long enough to have a Starbucks.
Just don't get a Taco Bell. It's all gonna go. You're about to lose your eternal life. Often expressed by a series of color changes or chemical processes. The instructions for creating so you can make your own. What are varied. When expressed in color, the work may pass through phases of, I ain't saying that word aloud, just in case, albedo, sinitrus, and rubido. What the hell is rubido?
Rubido just means, I think it just means redness of things, right? I'm pretty sure. So, if it becomes more ruby type, that's what it tells you the scale of that. Albedo is a scientific term for how much light it reflects, I guess, from 0 to 1. 1 means it reflects all the light, right? 0 means it reflects none of it, right? So if it reflected half of the light, it would be like 0.5. I think moon's albedo is 0.06 or 0.07 or something like that. That's how much light it reflects back. So perfect mirror would be like 1, right? Things like that.
Turns out they're all slurs.
Uh-oh, goddamn rubidos. But in the Greek times, they used to say it with an A, and then that was fine. Rubido is a Latin word meaning redness. Okay, so that one means yellowness, that one means whiteness, and that one means blackness. So a little bit of black, a little bit of white, a little bit of yellow, a little bit of red, bubbly boop. Philosopher's Stone.
You've got yourself a Philosopher's Stone.
Once that's done, put it in inside you.
Someone add that to Wikipedia.
That you get checked at the airport, and they're like, "What's this?" I swear it's not drugs.
Life essence.
It's just the answer to immortality. Yeah, we heard that one before.
What is this? It's my life essence. Yeah, we've seen that. More of a different shapes and color, stainless steel and things like that. Never referred to life essence, but okay.
I'm trying to think of what could be the most embarrassing thing to happen if you were famous. It would be something like you're walking down the street, you've got a briefcase with you, and it opens up and just dozens of headshots fall out and start blowing into the street.
That is the most embarrassing thing you could... First of all, why does a famous person have a briefcase of headshots?
Of themselves, I guess. So they're
already famous. You're walking down the street, your briefcase opens, and all your NFTs fall out. People start right-clicking. Ooh, I would never recover from that one.
No,
don't. Crap! That'd be high.
Okay, seriously, I genuinely have no comprehension. I didn't try to learn it, but what the fuck is an NFT? It's becoming more and more famous. What is NFT? Trump was doing some kind of a weird animation type of supposedly NFT or something.
Highly shameful.
You're a multimillionaire, right? And you go, you know what? I'm gonna go help the poor. And so you buy a whole bunch of NFTs and print them out and then just start you throw them from a tall building.
You give it to a dying child and you'll be like, hey, you might not live to see it, but this is gonna be worth a lot to your foundation one day. Hodl this. As your soul is going to heaven, you're going to see the rocket ship leaving for the moon.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, come on, that was funny, though.
Oh, fuck me.
That is so fucking great. All right, I needed to search this. NFT means non-fungible tokens, which are generally created using the same type of programming used for cryptocurrencies. So it's another version of cryptocurrencies. In simple terms, these cryptographic assets are based on blockchain. So it's more like a complex, 3D type of version of cryptocurrency. Is that it? They cannot be exchanged or traded equivalently like other cryptographic assets like Bitcoin or Ethereum. Oh, all right. I'm like, why are these art forms apparently money? But I guess they're more complex. They're based on the blockchain and things like that. So it's like, like how your barcodes are supposed to be 2D things. Then there comes QR code, which is supposed to be 3D type of things, right? So this is equivalent to that in cryptocurrencies. It's more complex, I guess. So there can be another one like that. So that is just in a way a currency. That's weird. All right. Let's back up a bit.
Throw them from a tall building.
You give it to a dying child and you'll be like, hey, you might not live to see it, but this is going to be worth a lot to your foundation one day. Hodl this. As your soul is going to heaven, you're going to see the rocket ship leaving for the moon.
Jesus Christ.
What the fuck?
Come on, that was funny though.
Oh,
What the fuck? Oh, I didn't get that the first time.
You remember that Kylie Jenner ad with the Pepsi?
Now that was a good ad.
You mean how ridiculous it was? Or you were saying it was effective Pepsi marketing?
Yeah.
What?
No, it was a terrible ad. I just think about like how bad it was on a regular basis.
Yeah. I've got a Pepsi in the fridge, but I keep it there in case the police ever come to my door. It's my safety bev.
Editing note. We didn't want to get copyright struck, so we found an interview where he said the lyrics and then we just posted them over the music.
We are lions, we are the chosen.
Are there captions or something for this?
What do you mean?
What's the lyrics for this song? Some said never, but the never done come, and a year took our trust.
Oh, it's easy when you can fucking read the lyrics, yeah.
Hate's been winning, but the lovers ain't done. Ugh. It reminds me of the deep lyrics that you get with, what's that, Black Eyed Peas song?
Oh, it's all of them. Can you practice what you preach? Would you turn the other cheek? Father, 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 help us.
Like, aren't they just embarrassed to say things that are this facile?
They released a song titled Let's Get Retarded.
That was their only good song. In this context, there's no well, I said no offense, fellas.
Yeah, it's true.
No offense to any retarded people out there.
Just screen cap that, tweet it, with like a crying emoji. This is the only song I've ever cried to.
Come right away. If you're telling me how to pray.
So she's doing a photo shoot in a doorway. Wait a minute, there's a protest? I just need to Tim Allen.
Wait a minute, there's a protest? People's eyes are something else besides me? I need to get in this one.
Oh, he's inside. He was on the roof before. Oh, I'm so sick of doing the cello. Wait a minute, there's a protest? Blue hair.
Wait, what is she even doing?
She hates that photo. She hates
She takes her photography very seriously. You can tell from all the photos.
I hate it so much. Oh.
Called fire when the fire was ice.
Help me out with that lyric. Some said fire when the fire was ice.
Is that what he said? I wasn't paying attention to the music.
I gotta tell you, here's one thing I am impressed by with this ad. The sheer choreography of that blue and red. It is everywhere. It is in every single... The one can over here.
Oh, I wasn't even paying attention.
Look how much blue and red is on everything. It's very good coordination.
I didn't even catch that. What the fuck?
It's not just even that. When you see the filter of the video, you can see the bluish is more popping up, right? They put some kind of filter that makes everything looks kind of bluish in a way.
I'm seeing stuff I don't see. The Pepsi Max guy was in all black.
Look at how white, look at the white building, right? You can already feel it, right? So when you put some kind of a blue filter that raises the temperature of a certain color, it would pop out like this. So you could see that there's a filter on this one that pops blue more.
Pepsi Max guy was in all black.
Blue and red bricks.
We are lions.
Oh man, like a super heroine.
I'm leaving. You're not just going to walk off the set, are you?
Hold my hair.
I just spent like 15 minutes.
Probably several hours.
Doing your makeup and you're just going to leave? And she's just like, here, peasant, take my wig.
This is how she goes everywhere.
And then fuck your makeup. I would have had the policeman as red, because then you'd be like, oh, Coke or something,
I don't think they can be that spot on about it.
You've never seen that ad? That's like,
Oh, that was an old one, though. I know exactly what you mean. It's got a vending machine in it. You think I'm not going to know it?
Fair enough.
Look at that. Look at how much more they were able to convey in 30 seconds with this ad.
Vendo.
I don't speak Italian.
That's a great ad. That's a fantastic ad.
I love that he has to look at the side of it.
What? What's that? What? This is an actual ad? Pepsi actually released this ad, dishing Coke directly? Can you do that?
Convey in 30 seconds with this ad.
You put 2 Coke on just to stand
I
on
don't
it so you
speak Italian.
What?
That's a great ad. That's a fantastic ad.
I love that he has to look at the side of it. The fuck is this? What is this blue can? Oh, it's Pepsi.
We got it. Yay.
I forgot the fucking end of this thing.
Mission accomplished.
Respect.
There.
That was too good. Oh god, that ad is so fucked up. I love this, man. Man, somebody petition in a restaurant that all the ridiculous shit like that ad and everything like that exists in the world. He makes a video about that, all of that, with this kind of a take. Internet student best at this, right? This is what people, whenever some controversial shit happens, right? Anything, whether it's in gaming like Cyberpunk or whatever, right? The Cost of Concordia. When some ridiculous shit happens, people want in a student to make a video because they know that he's going to be way too good at it. Seriously, man, that ad is so ridiculous. What did they thought they would get out of it? I think they knew exactly what would happen, like it happened, but they didn't care. In industry, there is this thing like polarizing, right? So it doesn't mean if it's bad or good. If it's a popularity, that's it. So if they can get a bad, bad reception of things, but it's bigger, they have mission accomplished. So I think they knew exactly what would happen. They knew people would flip out, but they didn't care because in the end, people are talking about it.
Here I am. I'm with 2 of my mates and 1 of my mates' girlfriends. So there's 4 of us. And we're walking up this esplanade, I suppose you call it. And there's like restaurants on our left and on our right. I'm sort of looking at my phone and they've got ahead of me maybe 20, 30 feet. Next thing I know, someone kind of bumps me with their elbow very lightly, like just to get my attention.
Yeah.
I turn around and there's this guy and his 3 of his mates and they're all looking at me and one of them goes, "You dropped your wallet." And I went, "Oh, okay." And I looked down and he's holding an OK sign below his waist.
Oh.
And then he proceeds to punch me in the shoulder really hard.
Just some guy you didn't know, just some random dude.
Absolute stranger.
That's assault.
Yeah, and I'm like much smaller.
Tell me at least they're teenagers or something, like 15 or something. Because if I see a grown man doing that, first of all, beat the shit out of him. What is wrong with you? What the fuck? Do you understand? If this is high school, I understand, but what the fuck?
More than all 4 of them.
Yeah.
And so I just said nothing and then turned around and kept walking. None of my mates saw it either.
Sure.
So there's like this thing that just happened. My dignity's been assaulted.
Yeah.
I was just seething because there was just like nothing I could do about it.
Yeah, that would be infuriating.
Anyway, so for that reason, I am in the process of buying a gun and I am going to shoot my useless friends who didn't help me at the time.
Look, man, I won't be so infuriated that it happened to me. Stupid things is stupid things. I would be infuriated if there's grown-ass man doing that. Like, what is wrong with you? Who does shit like that? If you're a kid, high school makes sense, but otherwise this is just ridiculous.
This happened to me like on the weekend, right? From everybody who I had a chat with, they're like, "Oh, by the way, I saw Everything Everywhere All at Once."
I'm not going to watch that purely based on the title. I hate it already.
Every time someone would say, "Oh, it's so good," and I would go, "Oh, no, okay, I'll go watch it. Just shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
I'll go see it. I just don't want to know anything." Because I've been told the less you know, the better. Know nothing.
Look, I've seen that on, I think it's on Netflix or Prime, I don't know, but I've seen that, I think it's on Netflix, right? I mean, I know it's famous. I know people like it, but I just didn't click it because it's too famous, right? Something you hear it constantly, how good it is. You're like, maybe next time. You just don't click on it, right? So if you want to tell somebody something's good, don't tell them too much. Like, don't hype it up too much. People are not going to click on it for whatever reason.
Nothing about it, and it'll be the best movie.
Right, great.
I make it all the way to the movie fucking theater. It's me and her story. The guy hands over these tickets that I booked online. And he goes, boy, there really are a lot of big fucking spoiler movies coming out these days. What? Why have you said that?
That's so good. That's like you buy tickets to Marley and Me and you go, oh, I hate it when dogs die in films.
And I haven't seen anything.
Yeah.
It was like that sort of tone.
Yeah.
The guy kind of like tried to backtrack and he's going, oh no, and he picks, again, trying not to spoil it, he picks this other movie that had a similar thing in it, and he goes, I was referencing this, and it's just like, for the next 30 seconds, I'm just sort of staring at him because he's going, oh, you know, you're in cinema too, and it's all white noise, because I'm just putting the movie together in my head now. Sorry, I didn't hear anything you just said. Can you just say that again? Then I dejectedly went into the movie theater, and exactly the thing that he said would happen happened.
All right, cool.
Thank you, come again.
I've got to go now.
I'll go out my exit.
Should we call it there?
All right, seriously, man. I don't care about any form of entertainment at that level, but I can see it. If you're really hyping something up and somebody ruins it, that's really fucked up. I don't know what it's on about, but I guess one particular word can describe the whole movie. Is that it? That's a very fragile thing. But because of that, making it would have been so hard, right? I understand why people are so hyped. If you can explain the whole plot and plot twist in one word, that's you need certain type of skill just to make that movie. I don't know if I'm going to watch it or not. Seriously, I'm just like, oh, it's too good. Yeah, I'm not going to watch it now. Maybe future, maybe I'm too free, which I'll never will be. Maybe I'll watch it, but no.
Or you want to go on?
Hello, Fresh. I'm dead.
There you go. Man, this was good. I didn't see this coming. I guess what John is now his everyday guy now. I mean, yeah, they made one video together and just like, I'll just Zoom call you or something. How hard it is? I'll just video call you. It just take 15 minutes of your time. We can do this. I'll be so glad if he makes John a regular, right? In this kind of things. All right, well, that was Rejected by channel Incognito Mode. If you like my next one, don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you next time.